Hey everybody, good morning. It's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual and we're making the Phasm. The Phasm is a medium aberration. It's a shape changer. I didn't really explain how they came to be, which I thought was strange because I really was curious. Essentially, it's a blob that it looks like a protozoan or something. I don't know. And it can take different forms of stuff. It can turn anything small, medium, or large. As long as it's seen it, it can turn into it. And it'll turn into like fire giants and stuff to fight. They're natural spies, but they're not reliable. They're not trustworthy. They're not good. So let's get going on that. So for our base, I would argue that we don't need really any terrain under it because it does fill up kind of a 5-foot area. So what I was thinking is we could get some different little parts and some beads and stuff and kind of create the little pieces it has. And we'll see how that goes. I need a really small thing of beads though. Where did I put that little thing of beads? Here we go. All right, so I'm thinking we can just use whatever little parts we have laying about that I've cut off of other projects. Like, look, here's a dinosaur head. We can kind of round that off a little bit. This was flung off of something else we made. Here's a bear head or a tiger head or something. We can just cut a sliver of that loose. Okay. We'll find our parts as we go. We can use that, and we can cut something off of this. Here we go. I think we have enough parts to make it interesting. All right, so it's about 5 foot across and almost 2.5 foot tall. So let me get another glue sticks. I think we're gonna need one. Let's start. Something like that. All right, let's get these pieces kind of going down in. And then what I want to do is I want to kind of push it out to the edge a little bit. Okay. these little tiny beads. Shove it in. Nope. I'm going to get this minor burning hand spell. And just get rid of any weird little sticky uppies I don't like. Just like that. And we'll let that sit for a moment. So that's basically what we came up with. It's pretty ugly for now. And I don't think we're going to need to really put any particular effort into base coating it. So, oh, it's chilly down here. We'll let that cool down. I'm going to start putting some of this stuff away. I have a feeling we're not going to need any more tools at this point. So looking at the colors on this thing, we have some, the outer is like a gross pink maybe, and there's like some other colors there. Some greens, some reds, some blues, some pinks, some oranges. So let's see if we can't add just another little bit of layers there. I'm just going to use that minor burning hand spell again real quick, just to clean up any weird spider web areas. We don't want spider webs. All right, let me set him in front of the fan for a moment. So, if you were going to use a Phasm in your world, which honestly I've never ran one, I never even read the entry, honestly, and I've been playing the system since it came out, pretty much. I think the smart way to go here would be to use a Phasm as something that an evil entity has kind of like recruited, but you could manipulate it and make deals with it because it's not known for its loyalty or its reliability. So perhaps your party could, if they can suss out and figure out what it is, they could use it as a scheme. Like something to get information on the bad guy. I doubt they could actually turn it to their side, but they could, using it as a double agent that's not really loyal to anybody, use it to gather intel, if anything else. All right, I think this is pretty solid at this point. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's paint this white using just a cheapy brush. And see how that goes. What I'm going to do to make sure that this has a little bit of texture to hold paint is I'm going to hit this with a wire brush real quick. And see how the shininess of the glue goes away when you use that wire brush. Oop. Ungood there, dudes. Let's sit for a moment. Let's get back in there. I think that's good enough there. Let's get some white. I'm going to use an off-white. So probably like this antique white would work pretty good. I'm going to dampen my brush. This is probably going to need 2 layers, is my guess. or 2 coats. Get the +2 hot air gun burning. Now, chances are they're not going to see it in this form. Because if it's trying to run away, it's going to take the form of a deer or something and can get away quickly. And if it's deciding it's going to fight, it's probably going to take the form of something big like that can do some damage, like a bull or a fire giant or a dragon, whatever, Okay. Let's see. Let me get a smaller brush, something we can work with here. Let's get a gross. This is called Sun-Kissed Peach. It's kind of a nasty pinky color, pinky fleshy-ish color. Let's knock that off there. Start with that. Let's get something a little darker. This is just cameo pink. I'm just kind of picking out where the different layers of glue set, and that's how I'm getting my colors. Where I'm putting my colors. It's nothing spectacular here. Something like that, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't have a great plan here. So I hope as you're working on yours, you have a better plan. I have a little bit of green in this brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of this red and just kind of make a gross section down in here. Just, I don't know if that really brings anything to the model or not. Often when you're painting stuff, you want to try to actually bring something to the model. Like, if something doesn't do anything, don't do it. But when you're desperate and you're painting something like this and you have no idea what you're going for, sometimes you just got to play around and try stuff and hope it brings something to the model. All right, let's look at the reference art one more time and see what else we can be doing here. I see I need to do some little touch-ups of some dots that are sticking out where I didn't get good coverage. So what I was going to do is just get this lighter color sky blue here. Just kind of go around and make some little dots in those areas. Like right there. This is where I'm not super happy with transitions, where glue kind of didn't give me a good outline and stuff. I'm just going to use a little bit of this color to hide that. I might use a different color here too, like a red. Darker red here. I can do the same thing with that too. Let me look at the picture though, make sure there's not any colors that we definitely don't have on here that we need. No, blues. Yeah, we got all those colors pretty much. This thing is a little gross and weird. I'm going to do the same thing with that red and just cover up some spots that I'm not super happy with. And what I'm going to do is just put little groups of dots. Maybe some lines where the transitions are with that red. It actually looks like it could work pretty decent. Okay. Let's get some black and go around the edges of the base real carefully. It's chilly out. Like chilly. Happy Saturday, everybody. I was supposed to be off today, but apparently I will not be. I will be going in to handle some drama. It's not on this exact shift though, so I doubt I'll be gone all day. I'll probably be gone for, it's a drive. It's a little bit of a drive, but I'll probably be gone for several hours. And then once, that's handled, I'll come back home and hang out with all the little Doomlets and Mrs. Doom. It should make for a nice relaxing day after I do my work stuff. I don't like to get too... I mean, work is work, you know. How worked up can you... Or how... Okay, a lot of work in that sentence. How overexcited or anxious can you really get about it? I mean, it's frustrating. But we all deal with it, you know. Or we have dealt with it, you know. All right, we're going to come back around. Let's set this off to the side and hit this with a hot air gun. I know you guys love when I use magic items, so here's the +2 hot air gun to burning. Feels nice on my hands. Ooh. We could just have a whole video of me warming up my hands. I need to cut my nails. I always say that and I never get to it. Before I drive out there to that situation. I don't want the people that work for me to think I'm wearing Lee press-on nails. They'll think I've been shopping at Walmart too much. I don't know if they still have Lee press-on nails. That was like when I was a kid, that was a thing, Lee press-on nails. I don't know if that's still... somebody in the comments might know. Let me know. Is that still a thing? I'm not asking anybody to look it up. I'm lazy. I could look it up myself if I wanted to know that bad. So if you don't just know, you don't have to look it up for me. Lee press-on nails. I remember the commercials. It's pretty intense, man. That was a big product. It's just like that Aussie hair product. It was like had a kangaroo on it. My mom always had that kind of stuff. You know, spraying. It's like give your hair highlights by putting some hairspray in and then standing out in the sun for a minute or something. I don't remember exactly. I'd be lying if I said I knew. I saw this stuff in the bathroom. I saw commercials for this stuff. I think Sun In. That's what it was called. Yeah. Now, Mrs. Doom doesn't do a lot of time with that kind of stuff, so I don't really see it too much anymore. But now, we need to see how this brush is starting to get some strays. And often, rehydrating these bristles and taking care of this brush will make it last. So, there we go. I'm just going to get a little more damp. Let me get this all back in here, nice. Just clean out all the bristles all the way up to that part. I don't know what that's called. The metal part. Again, I'm not a professional painter by any means. I'm just a dude in my basement. So I'm going to twist that a little bit. And kind of get a shape I want. I'm going to set that back in the thing upright. And I'll let it dry with that soap in it. And then I'll rinse it out later. Alright, this is looking pretty gross. But I think we can make it a little grosser. If you guys have any Army Painter soft tone or flesh tone, flesh wash, you could probably make this look pretty good. Looks pretty dry to me. I'm going to get a big dumpy brush and I'm going to get my flesh wash. There's some tape on here. We'll use that to our advantage. So I'm going to get this flesh wash out. I'm going to saturate my brush in that with no water. Let's get it down in all the cracks and the spots. Okay. Come all the way around on the edges. Okay. Pretty gross. Then what I would do after this dries is obviously I would go around and touch up the black again around the base. And then when this is all dry, I would put a coat of gloss Mod Podge over it. These tones don't seem to dry super well with the hair dryer, usually. But it's a little chilly out too, so I'm not sure what kind of result we can get. Looks like it's sort of drying out. I can go over that black real quick, but I think that's about the end of this, you know what I mean? So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. We'll be putting, like I said, some gloss Mod Podge on there or any kind of shiny glaze you have could work, really. That's just what I have as much, gloss Mod Podge. But I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to spend your day with me. Thanks for watching so much. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, share, leave me a comment. Sam, maybe a comment besides comment. I don't know. Smart asses are welcome, but come on, big guy. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Join our Discord. Show us what you've been making, crafting, and all that. And check out the website and buy some miniatures. Not these miniatures, but these miniatures. And guess what? The next video is probably going to be the Tiefling, and I have one right here. We'll paint him up. That's a Dungeon Swag Tiefling, so check out the website, buy some from us. That'd be awesome. We have a monthly miniature box, and we have one-offs. So, see you next time.